This video is going to be a collective haul from July and August of 2023. Normally I include little random finds in episodes of Dolly Diaries, but I know that not everybody watches my vlogs, and then some of it just ends up on my Flickr. So I thought it would be fun to show you all the little things that I've acquired, or big things that I acquired over the summer. So none of this was purchased like all together. It was a bunch of little mini hauls. Some of it you'll see was flea market finds, thrift finds, things I got really cheap on eBay, a few more expensive items, and some like freebies I got through Amazon Vine, because I do that program in exchange for leaving reviews. I'll get free items. Now there was, I believe, one larger haul from this time period in July, my Crazy for Bratz Kids lot. That was its own video because it was a whole group of dolls, and it's also going to be its own transformation video, so I didn't repeat any of those dolls here. But yeah, it was a pretty prosperous summer in terms of thrifting, so I hope you enjoy these finds. If you follow me on Flickr, then you'll have recognized these things probably. So let's get into the haul. Now there are a few little things that I forgot to film as I was getting them, so I'm going to include those here at the end of the video. I have 3 jewelry items from Amazon Vine. I got these amazing pom-poms that I haven't actually used yet because they literally came in the mail yesterday. But I had ordered them in August. It just took a while for them to ship. These are really cool. And these ones are in more muted colors. I'll do a close-up. And what's interesting about them is they have like a plastic ball on the inside, so they're flocked, and they have little eye pins at the top, as opposed to the ones from the kids section that I used. And then around the time I got my Crazy for Bratz Kids lot in July, I had 2 other Amazon Vine jewelry items. There's these really cool heart jump rings. This is the container they came in. And I used these on some of the dolls from that lot. And then they always have a lot of these sorts of round beads, but these ones caught my eye because they were kind of like marbled in texture. They remind me a bit of like Galaxy. So this whole case. And they're really small, so they're great for making doll crafts. So these are the like galaxy looking beads. They're really pretty. And I love that there's red and green, because I don't feel like I have as many green beads that aren't lime green or really neon green. And I don't have a lot of red beads, so that's great. And these are just really cool. I have like a few similar beads that are larger, that have kind of like that watercolor look to them that I constantly reach for, so it's great having a bunch of them in a smaller size. And then these are the heart-shaped jump rings. They have like a pattern on them, like a texture, I guess. And there's a bunch of different colors, like dark blue, light blue, dark pink, light pink. And then these are the pom-poms. They're really nice quality, much nicer than the ones I got in the kids section at Michael's that have like the plastic tube running through them. So these are going to be so much fun to use on dolls, and they feel really heavy and soft. The only downside was the way they were packaged. They were literally just wrapped in plastic. There was no bag or container, so I had to put them in this quart-sized baggie. So this is one of the things we got through Amazon Vine. So in exchange for leaving a review, we get this for free. And it doesn't matter like if you leave a positive review or a negative review. This is getting a great review. This stuff is amazing.
It is so cute.
So this is marketed for like, I want to say 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale.
Yeah, the smaller size.
Doll houses. And Barbie is a 1/6 scale. But honestly, a lot of these are better proportioned for Barbie, because if you notice how like large these eggs are in comparison to the cookies, and these cookie cutters are not the same shapes as the cookies, and the flour bag is really small. But other than the slight like size differentiation, these pieces are all real metal, like the bowls and the pans. This is wood, which is wonderful.
Is this one?
That is also like a kind of cheap wood. These utensils are all metal, except this one here is plastic for some reason.
Oh, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, and then this feels like those resin things that we got on Amazon before. It just doesn't have a label, but it's like obviously some kind of oil. And it came with, what, some sort of really sticky clay that I'm assuming you can
think it's
use,
modeling clay.
Yeah, with the cookie cutters.
I have bad memories of my old after school job. We had some of that modeling clay, and I think that's what that is in the closet. And the kids were like running around with it and putting like markers all over it. It was like really skeeved me. But I think that would make a cool prop, so I'm gonna like put it somewhere. But I'm not gonna put marker on it and run around with it.
I think
that's okay.
This would be really cool for you know, Barbies or smaller scale dolls, depending on.
Yeah, and I mean like the rolling pin could either be a really small rolling pin for Barbie or a really big one for Topper Dawn, you know?
Yeah, and overall,
these could be really small pans for Barbies or regular ones for Dawn.
I think like I think this retails for $10. I think it's really nice quality for $10 because you can pay that much for like a little Barbie accessory pack at the stores these days, and it would all be plastic. And I think that the different materials really add something to these sorts of
Dude!
And it really spins. Woo! So we decided to stock our Barbie bar, which is actually a Gloria happy hour play set, because that bar itself only came with a bunch of different cups and not any liquor, and then the liquor they marketed separately for the Gloria playset bar looked really cheap, and it wasn't all that great.
It was cheap quality but expensive price.
Yeah, so we do have some of this alcohol, or like things like it. Like we have some Jack Daniels and stuff from various other Amazon Vine review products. Because they sell these resin drinks in various lots, like different sellers will have them, but it's all pretty much from the same main distributor because the drinks look the same. But this lot it's for like, they say it's for Dollhouse 1/12 scale. It's not, like a lot of this is too big for Barbie. And then, and who's 1/6 scale. So imagine like Topper Dawn trying to drink out of one of those soda cans. She couldn't even be able to pick it up. Colin apparently has Blue Raspberry Boy to see all the liquor we bought him.
He's here and he's thirsty.
But it came with a really great amount of liquor for our bar. Like, yeah, with size comparison, this can, which, I mean, he doesn't mind the amount, but it's like almost as long as his legs. And like a 1/12 scale Dollhouse doll isn't gonna be much different, like in terms of height from him. So this is really great, and they're all really nice quality. This bottle here and this Jack Daniels bottle were broken, so I just used some 2-part epoxy glue to fix them. They're gonna stay up here to dry before I put the stuff away. The glasses are really cheap, like as cheap as the Gloria playset ones. But the bucket is metal, and it came with this absurd amount of plastic ice for some reason. Because I guess that people use these for like 21st birthday parties and things like that. It's like,
show the toilet.
Yes, and then there's a toilet, which I guess you can put the ice in or the drinks in. It seems really odd. I don't know, is this some joke I'm missing? Colleen says it's because when you drink, you're hungover and you need the toilet.
That's what I thought.
And that's the only thing that makes sense, but it just seems really...
I mean, wasn't that your first thought when you saw it?
No, I was like, do the Chinese sellers not understand?
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm very bathroom minded, and when I hear about people getting drunk, I think about how they're going to be in the bathroom.
This is quite small. I mean, this is like about the size of my LOL toilet, so... that works, and it came with these really cheap tweezers, which I'm not even going to keep because they're super cheap. Like, they're not even going to pick anything up. But I do really, the drinks themselves are really nice quality.
Tweezers, they're serving tongs for the ice.
They're huge. They're like the size of the 1/12 scale doll. So here are Claudine and Cleo in their boxes. And you can see here, they each have like the Amazon warehouse sticker, which sometimes they don't have these, but most of the time they do. I'm not really sure why these were so heavily discounted. The backs of the boxes are kind of banged up, but not too badly, and all of the things were included in the package, which you never know when you do Amazon Vine if you're gonna get something that's been opened and then put back, or if people are gonna have taken things out. Most of the time my experiences are pretty good. As long as all the stuff is there, I'm happy. But if it's all sealed like this and you're saving $10 a doll, that's great. So yes, these usually retail for $25, and Claudine was like $14.80 some odd cents, and Cleo was $15 and like 10 cents. So it ended up balancing out to $15 each, and they're really nice quality, and I can't wait to open them. So this is all of the stuff that came with Cleo. Now the jacket was packaged off of her in the box, but you can see that like her dress is all one piece, but the belt is separate. And I love her pet and her little wrap. I love how these dolls come with like a snack. They each seem to come with some sort of snack and drink, which who doesn't love doll food? So this is what Claudine came with. I feel like it's really nice that they included extras with the dolls and that they're pretty consistent, like with the makeup compacts and the eye coffins, which they all have like personalized designs. And then the food's also personalized for the character, and then the revamped pets, which so far I like all the pets I have, which I have 5 of these reboot dolls. I'm not a big fan of Deuce's redesigned pet, but other than that, I really like the ones that I have. Because I have a Claudine and Cleo, who I just got, and then I also have Signature Deuce and Draculaura, who I showed in an episode of Dolly Diaries. And I got them on sale and one through Amazon Warehouse, and then someone gave me Coffee Break Deuce.
Claudine has spider printed underpants, and so does Cleo.
So what I really like about the new reboot dolls is their bodies are much bigger, which I know is probably controversial with some people because it changes the proportions, but them being thicker makes them feel so much sturdier, because honestly one of my main beefs with Monster High dolls is that they're not structurally sound and they get really loose with age. But these ones, even the way they come apart, Colleen will demonstrate how easy it is to get not their upper arm, they don't come off there.
Oh, that's right, it's just the hands.
It's just the hands that come off, because you have to, for the tight clothes to fit. They come off, and they're soft.
And the peg is nice and big.
Yeah, the peg is really big, and the hands are fleshy, which makes it easier for them to come out. And I just like the way that they feel. I mean, there are a few old Monster High dolls that have the fleshy feeling hands, like Gina Fire, and I love like just touching them. Yeah, so
that's so fun to pose.
That's really cool. That they have like better improved bodies, because the old ones are notorious for like just snapping, which is really, really heartbreaking if you're a kid, I'm sure. And I know if I'd had Monster High dolls growing up, it would have been bound that somebody got broken, because it's difficult to take their arms and hands off to dress them, and some of them are defective. So I'm glad that they actually redesigned them in a practical way, but they still have all of the movement that people come to expect from Monster High, and they even have like added bust articulation, which I never really understood the point of.
Because like you can turn her like, how most dolls' waist turns? Instead it's like this upper part turns. Like
that's kind of cool.
Like that, or like that.
So this is Claudine and Cleo all out of the box, and I also did their hair. It's interesting because they're different country makes. Claudine is Indonesia and Cleo is China. So it goes to show you that they still have country make variations even now. Now, their hair is interesting. I'm pretty sure it's like polypropylene, high quality nylon.
It's what it felt like to me when I was first petting them.
Yeah, and it was hard to say when they had just been deboxed, because, the hair was kind of floofy, but that's definitely what it is now. It's like very lightweight, and it still doesn't look as nice at the ends. It's kind of a shame they don't have saran. They're very cute. I love Claudine's freckles. My doll has kind of like a wonky eye thing going on, and I wonder if that's maybe why she was returned. But Cleo has a really beautiful facial screening that's very symmetrical. Not that Claudine's not adorable. Like, I don't mind, but she's definitely a little off-centered. They're very cool, and I'm very glad to have 2 more of them. And I am keeping my eye out for Frankie and Laguna on sale, because I'd like to have them too. So Court Cutie's freed. She comes with this really awesome bag that can actually hold the tennis racket, which is like kind of rubbery, and this material feels meshy, which is awesome. And her little flocked ball. And then she's got these earrings, which one's a tennis ball, one's a tennis racket. Very cool. Her sweatband, her visor, the little like magazines they come with. This is a poster. I can never decide if these are stickers or posters, but it said poster on the contents. And then the hanger, of course, the jacket, and the doll herself. She is really cute. Her outfit's super well made. The OMG dolls are always very nice quality. Her hair's got some kinks in it from how she was packaged, but with this hair type, usually when you get the doll brand new, I don't see a point in like boil washing it because the curls are already like really nice and tight. There have been a few occasions where I've needed to, like my holiday Felicia. I had to boil wash her and actually flat iron her because her hair was that screwed up. But she's really nice. I hate the packaging, but at least I was able to salvage all the tissue paper for crafting. And if like the box art doesn't get too damaged when I open the doll, and if it's like thin enough for me to reuse for photo props, or if I make backdrops or something, I save these. And I can recycle the rest of the cardboard, but unfortunately they all come ridiculously overpackaged in little bags and whatnots. But she's so cute and definitely was worth $5. We got back from the flea market and came home with this Mermaid's Color Change Fashion Pins Mora doll. I've had my eye on the Mermaids for a while because I noticed they were going on sales at the start of the year. I just couldn't justify like spending any money on them, but I've been going back and forth with it, you know, for a few weeks now, and this one turned up at the flea market for $20. So this particular set usually seems to retail for $40 to $45. So it was a pretty good deal, and Colleen convinced me to go back and grab her from the inside.
I told her it was like her Bratz Kids 3rd edition Yasmin, and one day she would thank me for talking her into it.
Yes, I just wasn't feeling that shoppy today. But she's really pretty, and what's cool is while their tails aren't removable, you can actually put like coverings over the tails, I guess. Or like...
No, that one's tail is removable.
Yeah, that one comes off, but like they don't have legs, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Oh!
They don't have legs underneath, they're like molded tails, but some of them have covers for their tails. Hers actually separates at the waist, which is cool. So this is everything that the doll comes with. So her tail does come off, so this is the one she's packaged with. It's got a little hole in there. Not all Mermaid dolls do that. I believe she's the only one. And then there's this cool little clothing rack that there's a special hanger. You can see it has like a little loop, so you can hang up the extra tail, which is cute. And then she comes with all of these little clothes, which I could tell from just looking through the package and having a lot of experience with MGA products that the clothes are amazing quality. Mermazing. And even like the details on the molds here, like the corseting on the tails, and you can swap the bottom fins too, which is cool. And I love her cherry earrings, and then there's a matching cherry keychain on her bag. She comes with 2 bags, which are really heavy plastic, and these really cool sunglasses. I'm not sure why a mermaid needs sunglasses, but alright.
Because it's sunny in the shallower waters.
And then the doll, this is what she looks like naked. So that's like how you put her together, and then she's got this really nice like high quality nylon, like My Little Pony nylon, or polypropylene, whatever you want to call it. It's really soft. I'm not even gonna have to wash her because it's all styled up mostly, so you just put her in at an angle. Let me see. Yes. And she can freestand on her tail. Like, she has really long hair, so you kind of have to position her.
But she actually has really good balance.
Yeah, which is cool. So they don't need stands or anything. So we have a little flea market haul to include here of actual used dolls, not like last week's Mermaid's lady. That is very awesome, by the way. So it's probably not the best idea with the present state of our basement, which got partially flooded by the hot water heater, to even be buying dolls, but YOLO, it's all getting straightened out. It's just
yeah, and like I'm glad all these Barbies have their original outfits, because otherwise, like, going downstairs right now to get them things to wear would be the absolute worst.
Yeah, because like a lot of the clothes are now in my parents' old room instead of my old room, and it's a whole mess. We found these dolls for $1 each. Not the Kathy, but the Barbies. I was walking by and I saw this lady, the Great Eras Collection Grecian Goddess Barbie from 1995, and I've wanted this doll. Like, I love her.
She's modeled after the goddess Athena. And as a Percy Jackson fan, I, like, love it.
So I was walking past and I saw her sticking out and I knew who she was. And there were all these porcelain dolls and other Barbies. And I wasn't sure how expensive they'd be because they were kind of just on the ground thrown together, but you never know. But the guy said they were $1 each, so we picked through the container to see who else we wanted. And there were other Barbies we didn't buy, but those were all like pretty much ones we got in the Avon Avalanche lot years ago.
Yeah.
So we had no need for them, and you know, I try not to buy like duplicates unless there's like a good reason. And
But by the time I turned around from asking the guy the price on the Grecian Barbie, Shelly was holding Esmeralda.
yes. But a little girl also had seen us digging for the dolls, and she rescued one of them, so that was cute. Her dad was picking them out for her, which melted my heart. So, yes, this is my 4th Esmeralda like this. Now, let me explain. So, my first one was my childhood doll. Still have her. Had to give her a reroute because I cut her bangs as a kid, cut her hair, and she balded like all of my overly brushed childhood friends, and her outfit was in tatters. Then a friend gave me one of her Esmeralda dolls she didn't want. Then we bought one with a magical motorhome many years ago, like in 2012, who had her outfit, but she's actually up here right now.
Oh, wow.
Do you see how faded that is?
Compared to your childhood outfit, that one is in exquisite condition.
Yeah, and
But compared to the new one,
I don't know if like she's faded a bit from being on display, or if, and I know when I washed it during a deep clean, it faded some more, but it was already kind of faded. That is why I decided to grab this lady, because she has the dress. Mr. Surprise Barbie from '97. She's really cool. Surprisingly, I don't have this doll or her outfit, and I love collecting these like springy.
She's like a little celebrity to me because she's in our like exclusives book.
She has the Mackie head mold, which is my favorite. We have Elf Kelly from 2001. And she's wearing her whole outfit. She's just missing her hat. She's kind of funny looking. She's got the side eyes. So that's that Barbie up close. And then this is Spring Tea Party Barbie.
Yes, it is.
She was an Avon exclusive.
Yes, she is.
And yeah, I saw her. She was the second one I grabbed because I was like, ooh, I like her. So she's really cool. And then obviously there's Grecian Goddess Barbie, who's my favorite. Look at the detail. And funnily enough, my favorites from this line I have, because I have the Egyptian queen. And then I got the Chinese Empress boxed, well, stuck back inside her box earlier this flea market season, and she was one of my favorites. And Grecian Goddess. Because, you know, like Megara from Hercules. And then this was another duplicate. This is Winter Fantasy Barbie from '95. I have the brunette. Had the brunette a long time, and I have a blonde, but she doesn't have her outfit. And my brunette's outfit's not in the best shape, so we decided to snag her. Because they were $1 each. If they had been more than that, probably wouldn't have. And then, the lady that I bought my American Girl Lindsay from many, many moons ago, all the way back in 2016, who we also got my Cabbage Patch doll named Sheldon from, she has like a bunch of stuffed animals and baby dolls and Cabbage Patches, and I finally decided to go over and like really look at her stuff, because she's usually kind of expensive, but I noticed a lot of Coleco dolls, and I spotted an African American one, and I went over and I was like, ooh, this guy looks old, and like he's from the 80s. So after we only bought these guys, we decided to double back because we hadn't spent a lot. We spent $6. So we had to wait for her to come back to the booth because her husband did not know how much she wanted. But she was like, oh, normally I ask 20, but I know he's going to a good home, so you can have him for 15, which is expensive for buying these like in the wild, but because you know they're pretty commonplace. But because I've actually looked into buying one of these like AA dolls on eBay, and I mean, look how cool his hair is.
His hair is awesome.
Like, and he's from an '83, and this must be his original outfit. He's even got his diaper. I was like, it's better than buying one on eBay. I get to rescue him in person. So isn't he cute?
We named him Nathan.
Yes. I also have this Aloha outfit I bought for Kanani. It was actually probably like over a month ago now. I just haven't gotten around to making her the hair accessories I wanted. I made her the earrings, but with the flooded basement and the bin of Bratz dolls I got and other little things that have been going on, I haven't made them the hair accessories yet. But this was the last outfit from Kanani's collection I was missing, and I got it for like $21, including tax and shipping, on Mercari, because it has like some damage to the lettering, and it doesn't have the sunglasses or bracelet, which I don't care about those things, so this is my favorite one from her collection, so I'm really, really excited to have it. And Kanani doesn't mind because she didn't have clothes when I got her last year, and she's still not in the best shape. As you can see, like, she's got a little nick in her nose and stuff, so this outfit is fine for Miss Kanani. So this week at the flea market we didn't find much. However, we got this awesome 1970 Malibu Francie for $4. This outfit wasn't on her, she was naked. Normally I wouldn't pay $4 for a naked doll, but she, due to, like, considering her age, and like, look how perfect her hair is. I did, of course, bathe her already and stuff, but her hair looked just about this nice, maybe slightly less shiny when I found her. She is awesome. And she's a Japan make. I do have a Malibu Francie already. I've got her New Year's Day 2012 in a big case of 70s Barbies at the flea market my dad bought me. But she is a Korea make and has like such bad hair quality. She's missing a lot and it's broken what is there, that I had been considering rebooting that doll, so I'm really excited to have her. So just for comparison purposes, so you can really see how scruffy my old Francie is. Like, do you see, even her hair has oxidized more, and she's got all these broken bits, and she's just not as attractive as a doll, which is interesting because, like, the Korea Malibu skippers are really pretty. I don't know that it has so much to do with her country make as how she preserved, because that bin of dolls I got her in, there was a lot of body swapping and just general tampering with, and they were clearly very played with and appreciated at some point. Oh, and I did switch their swimsuits around because see how like perfect this one looks. The scruffier doll was wearing the nicer swimsuit, so of course we swapped them around. And I also thought I'd include, I got two really, really inexpensive outfits on eBay for American Girl. So Tenny is modeling Girl of the Year Nikki's gala outfit. I got this for $12.76, something like that, on eBay, including tax, including shipping. The shipping was free, so it was a bargain. It was less than $13 all said and done for this outfit, and it has the shoes. It's just missing the hair clips. And then the same seller had Mia's pajamas, which Sage is modeling. These were $15 all said and done, which isn't as good of a deal, but because I really am into collecting Girl of the Year, and I already have clothes for Nikki and Mia, on the off chance I end up with Nikki or Mia the doll, it'd be cool to have clothes for them already. And I also just love American Girl clothes, and this looks great on Covey too. I had it on her. So cute. So although we didn't find anything at the flea market today, we did stop at Walmart and I got some cool things on sale. And I thought I'd treat myself because it's actually my birthday, and although I technically got Babyland clothes for myself, I very rarely find Barbies that I really like that I want to buy, like brand new. And I got this cool Barbie Extra doll. I'll show you her when she's all cleaned up. So this was regularly retailed for, she's a set that comes with the really cool vanity and the stool. It doesn't actually have a name, it's just like Barbie Extra play set. But
and did you say what it originally retailed for?
It originally retailed for $50, but they had it on clearance for $21, which is still usually too expensive for me. But it came with a few extra clothing bits, like this is her main outfit, but it came with these extra shirts and the shoes, and it came with all of this stuff. And some of the pieces are really awesome. And I just think that the vanity itself is super uniquely like made. It almost looks like it has random like kids fake makeup on it, but that's part of the style. And I also got a Mermaid doll, Harmonique. This is her stuff. She's undressed right now. She was like from the original wave, I want to say, the wave that doesn't have like an official name. She was 14, marked down from 33. So, and I've been wanting more Mermaid dolls because I think they're really beautiful, and right now is the time to get them because I think they're discontinued. So yeah, and look, the little dog dispenser even has bones. Like you can put the treats in the lipstick and it dispenses the treats. So these are the two dolls after they had their hair washed. Now, I wasn't going to do all of Harmonique's hair because it's styled really nicely, and this nylon polypropylene, it's really soft. But her ends were kind of gross, and then her tendrils in the front were really nappy, and I actually had to flat iron these. And they still feel kind of rough for some reason. I think it's because it's a different shade of pink than what's the back of her hair is, but she's so beautiful. These Mermaid dolls are gorgeous. Their plastic is honestly kind of flimsy, but the detail to their face paint and like their hairstyles and their clothes are stunning. I definitely want to get more of these for my collection. And then this is Barbie Extra. She has a really cool head mold. They call it the Alec head mold on the website I use to kind of like look up what collectors call certain head molds. She's my only doll that has it. It's really neat. And then her hair, it's also polypropylene nylon. I don't know, they basically are the same thing, but based on the websites that sell doll hair, they describe them as being like the same. I mean, there are different grades of like nylon, but this cleaned up really nicely. It's super soft. I actually thought her hair would feel nicer after, but nope, Barbie's does. And she's wearing her cool little outfit here. Gorgeous. Colleen found me this lot of Tenny separates as a surprise for me for my birthday, and because I did a lot of work cleaning the basement this summer because of the flood I mentioned before. The lot had the fringe top, the tour jacket, the tour shorts, and the sparkly sneakers, and the fun fedora, which is from the Truly Me line. If you know anything about Tenny, then you know like usually her clothes aren't expensive. You can get them for less than retail, but her separates for some reason, which were only out in 2018, are insanely expensive. So like people pay sometimes like $100 just for one piece, which I don't understand. They're not like that nice quality. But Colleen got me all of these pieces for $38, and that included tax and shipping. So it was, if you do the math, they all cost less than retail that way, because it would have been, I think, $55 for all of these pieces, originally from American Girl. And I never thought I'd have Tenny separates, because, again, they're so expensive. But I made these really cool earrings to go with her outfit, and I haven't bought Tenny any of her clothes yet since I got her in January on Mercari for really cheap, so it's very cool having some clothes for her. So I have a Salvation Army haul. Now, the Salvation Army we used to go to all the time if you've been watching my videos for several years. The place where I got like my Reba McEntire doll and Monster High dolls and stuff. That closed in 2020. So there's this other location that's actually not that far, but we're never out that way, and it's kind of a crappy store, and sometimes the dolls are really overpriced. But we had some luck yesterday, and I already cleaned them, so I apologize I didn't show them in their distressed state. But they were $2 each. So we got the Magic of the Rainbow Alina, and I recognized her right away, and I love her makeup. I have a few Alina dolls, but not this particular version. I thought this skirt was hers, but it's actually a Dreamtopia, but it looks really good with her, so once I washed her and the skirt, I just put her back in it. And her hair is like new, it's beautiful. And then this is a Hasbro Island Fashions Moana doll, wearing one of her outfits. I only have a Disney Store Moana that I got at the Flea Market years ago, so this is really exciting. And she does have that like really bad quality nylon curly hair, but I was able to fix it and make it look better anyways with boil washing, because it reformed a lot of the curls. So she's super cool. And then this is Funtime Barbie from 1986. Now I actually didn't buy her for the doll because I have two Funtime Barbies over here that I've had since 2012 or 2013. She was boxed when I got her, and then I bought her separately first. But this lady was wearing this dress that my Sparkle Princess Aurora is modeling. It's actually Glitter Princess Aurora. Her dress, this was in horrible shape. This whole sleeve was split open and fraying, but I thought that this would look better on my Sparkle Aurora than the outfit I had her in, so I bought her this, and I wasn't sure at the time if it was Glitter Princess or Sparkle Princess. I had a feeling it was not her outfit, but it looks really good on her anyways, and she's not new. I've had her for a long time. Funtime Barbie was wearing that, but her neck was broken, and she had like a fat head, so this is her correct body. She is the bent arm variation. These two are the straight arm variations. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I had a patch the whole back of her neck. And actually considering that like almost half of it had broken off and was gone, and she was missing her neck joint, she actually can move around, like her head, it's hard for me to show you, but she can tilt up and down and spin side to side. So the acrylic filler patch that I do, it's really versatile. Like, it doesn't limit their mobility, as opposed to if you have to like super glue things into place. And this is definitely her body. I checked. Her head was marked Philippines. The body's marked Philippines. And this doll is Philippines. And you can see that these leg splotches were really common for the time frame. That's just from the two types of rubber separating from what I've heard. But she is so pretty, and she has what I call butter hair. Like, do you see this? Can you believe that this doll is like almost 40 years old? Her hair is as nice as the doll I got boxed. And I made her these cute little earrings. So even though I didn't like need her, this is my favorite era of Barbie, and she was like the only 80s doll at the thrift store, so it kind of worked out that she was wearing the dress I wanted to buy. And I also forgot to show that last weekend at the flea market, we didn't really find anything except this wicker chair Covey is sitting on. So this was $5, which is normally more than I'd pay for like a doll chair, but I love these wicker ones, and this is identical to this one Amber's been on for years. This was given to me after my friend's grandmother died. Her mom and my friend brought over some of Grammy's things for us, and these two chairs, like the one Maya's on and this one, were from Grammy, and I love how they look. And then I have a third one here that I bought last summer for $5. They actually are soft sculpture Baby Baldwin Cabbage Patch doll was on for a while, but then when I got Kanani, I thought that she kind of needed a throne for all of her beautiful hair. It's the last weekend in August, the last flea market Sunday, and I'm going to be wrapping up this video with this one mini haul that we got. So these dolls were all from a seller we've bought from in the past. We got our Fountain Mermaid lot, our Live Clothing lot, the Teresa lot, which was one of the first big transformation videos on my channel. And we hadn't seen dolls at his booth for a long time, but he had quite a few today. So we got this really cool You Can Be Anything juice stand Stacy. I could tell she was probably in her original outfit because of like how well coordinated the visor and the watch and the tube top were. She is missing like a little overshirt and like accessories, but she's very cute. And then this was Sparkling Laura. I have wanted her since I was a kid, and I actually did get one earlier this year. She was given to me. She was like a loose head. I had to reroute her, and she was from the Broadway Bell box. And that doll's currently on display, but she didn't have her dress or anything, so it's really cool having one that's like original. And these two were $2 each. And then this lady, this is the American Stories series Patriot Barbie. So she's like the last wave of the American Stories dolls. She had her box still, but she had been stuffed back inside, and she was $5. She's fabulous. I love these like historically themed Barbies. And she even had all of her stuff was still like tabbed down. I guess she had just been pulled out. So her shoes were bagged, she was holding her belt, and then she's got this really adorable storybook. And before I close out the video, I did get 2 American Girl dolls for my collection. I got them in August. I wasn't planning on buying any American Girl dolls this summer because for my birthday I got a purchase from Babyland, which I have that video. I forgot to mention that too. That was the only other separate haul video from this time frame. There was a seller on Mercari who was getting rid of her entire American Girl collection, and these were dolls that I really liked, and they're actually very new releases, but I was just going to wait and get them on sale through American Girl eventually, but the stories behind them were really quite sad. So I have Covey Girl of Year 2023. If you are familiar with like my tastes in doll collecting, then you know I really love dolls from India, that dolls have like that have the Indian heritage. So when I heard about Covey before she was even out, I was really excited. It took me a while to warm up to her head sculpt because she uses some re-grace space, but I absolutely adore her now. I did get her with her meat outfit and a spare outfit. I saved about $20 buying her off Mercari rather than buying her brand new from American Girl. But I could have probably waited even longer and gotten her from American Girl for cheaper, but I am actually her 3rd owner. So the person I bought her from had only had her for not even a month, and they had gotten her from another collector. So that's kind of sad. I felt really bad for Covey, and that's why I wanted this specific doll, and she is beautiful. And actually, Isabel's wearing her meat outfit behind me. And then, when I first found that seller, she had Nikki, one of the new twins, and I liked Nikki when she came out. I don't really consider 1999 historical. Actually, some of my Girl of the Day dolls, my childhood doll Angela was purchased in 1999. That's why I'm not really dressing her as like a historical character right now. Yeah, I thought that she was really cool with her blonde streaks in the front, and she kind of has like a Mary-Kate Olsen vibe. And her meat outfit is fantastic. So I really liked her, and when I saw that the seller had Nikki, I was like, oh, I really like Nikki. But she disappeared for a while, and I don't know if it was because someone else was maybe gonna bundle deal her. So several weeks passed after I bought Covey, and then she randomly reappeared. So I did not buy them at the same time. There was I think 3 weeks in between them. I waited until she marked the price down on her, and then I decided to buy her. I made an offer on Covey. So I did. She was already like cheaper through that seller. Because she had gotten Nikki and Isabel, like literally, and only had them for about a month. She got them in the bundle deal with their accessories and pets, and then split them to sell them. So she came with her like little doggy and most of her accessory set, minus the stickers and the notebook thing. I felt really bad, like she hadn't even brushed the doll's hair according to the description. So I don't know why that particular seller was getting rid of all their American Girl dolls. I'm not sure of the circumstances, but I felt really bad for Nikki too. And yeah, I got her. It was like buying her on a really good sale through American Girl, and they were both, her and Covey were both in like brand new condition. So I didn't, even though I clean everything, I didn't even have to clean them because it was so apparent that they were like factory fresh. But I really enjoy Nikki. I don't have plans to get Isabel at this time. Yeah, so I've been kind of overcompensating for the two of them because they clearly didn't really get much love or attention in their previous homes for Covey. So Covey has already changed a billion times since she's been here. So our beloved Isabel here is wearing Covey's meat outfit. Spoiled girl. And then Amber, who is my childhood girl of today from 2002, is wearing Nikki's meat outfit. I know she's historical, but again, I just can't consider it historical when I have clothes that were girl of today that are technically older, like Raymona is wearing a 1995 outfit. This is Nikki up close. I styled her hair. She's got like 2 little braids and these butterfly clips that a lot of my dolls are wearing. And then this is Covey. The orange You Glad It's Summer outfit was included with Covey when I bought her. So Kira is modeling that. I hope you enjoyed this little collective haul. I may continue to do these in the future rather than clutter up Dolly Diaries. And if you want to see pictures of these dolls or read more about them, feel free to check out my Flickr. You don't need one to look at my stuff. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.